YouTube? Did you guys miss me? So we got a lot of stuff for you guys to kind of get caught up on. Literally, some of you guys that follow me on my other social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, you saw that I was just in Southern California for like a week, seeing some awesome historical bodybuilding things. Muscle Beach, the original Gold's Gym, training at the Mecca, getting to talk and reunite with Jay Cutler. I think I want to do just kind of a separate video on how I met Jay Cutler back in 2009. So I'm gonna do a separate video on my California trip. I have a lot of pictures. I think I'm just gonna kind of throw up and kind of talk you guys through the trip. But today is kind of a cool day because I have a buddy that's here from the west side over in Seattle. I think he lives somewhere. There's so many cities around there. I can't remember which one exactly he lives in, but he's a fellow natural bodybuilder. He's done a lot of natural shows. He did the amateur show when I did my pro show on April 15th at the Washington State Natural, and he's in town on a work trip. And so we coordinated and decided to get a training session in while he's here. So the one thing when I get that opportunity is I say, well, hey, then let's take advantage and get some stuff on film here. Because again, filming solo, you guys, it's just not motivating filming solo. But when you have somebody else that can sit there and film things, that's when I'm like, okay, let's take advantage of this. And so tonight is my, back and traps and delts workout. So I thought this would be kind of a good change up since the last kind of full workout that I posted with my other buddy Hogan was chest and arms. So this is kind of give you guys an idea of kind of like what my back and delt kind of workouts look like. So that's what I'm going to kind of put on here. Just again, I want these videos just to be kind of, you guys can kind of soak up, getting some new workout ideas, getting some new exercise ideas and whatnot for me, especially kind of. But again, though, my training from like off season to contest prep, you guys, is not going to look much different. A lot of the same exercises that you guys probably saw me doing in contest prep, I'm still doing. You know what I mean? So anyways, guys, this next clip will be this back, delts, and traps workout. All right, guys, seems like it's been forever since I've done a voiceover. I'm going to walk you through this back and delts workout that I did with my buddy Micah. So one thing I love doing is a lat activation exercise, just to kind of get your lats firing and get everything kind of warmed up. So these are cable pull-ins. So I usually like doing like 3 sets of these, anywhere from kind of 15 to 20 reps, kind of pyramiding up in weight. And again, just really kind of trying to focus on getting some blood flow through the lats. And one thing that I like doing is I like starting off my back days with deadlifts, kind of starting them while you're the most fresh, getting them out of the way in the beginning of the workout. So this was our final sets of deadlifts. I was kind of doing like higher reps here with just 405. And you'll see here in Micah's clip, he actually does a hook grip with no straps, which is, if you've ever done a hook grip, yeah, pretty crazy. I could never do it. Honestly, that would like kill my thumbs. But anyways, as you can see here, we finished off here we did 3 sets of deadlifts, and then we moved on to pull-ups, just body weight, about 3 sets of 10 reps here. And again, you guys, kind of hard to tell in this clip, but every single back exercise that I do, I make sure to go, think of like suicide grip, or call it like kind of thumbless grip, where your thumb is over the bar. One of the best back tips that I got years and years and years ago that I apply on every single back movement. So moving on from pull-ups, we went into a T-bar row. And this is one thing that I really try to keep my back as parallel to the ground as possible. I feel like a lot of people end up almost like standing up on this movement and actually make it almost look more like a shrug than actually hitting like I love this movement for kind of hitting right in the mid back. And I actually ended up kind of critiquing Micah's form on this and actually making him kind of stay a little bit lower, as he was kind of getting a little bit too upright. So if you kind of catch yourself doing that, try to keep your back more parallel to the ground. And then moving on from this exercise, this was one that I wanted to kind of introduce to Micah, as it's kind of one of my bread and butters now for upper back. So again, I'm kind of using a lat pull down bar there that kind of has the neutral grip handles there on the end. And again, I'm just kind of going behind the back, lat pull downs right to about 90 degrees. And again, it's been one of my favorites for upper back that Micah really liked as well. So just again, want to throw that in there. And then moving on, we're doing a kettlebell lat pullover here. I kind of think I showed this a while back. This was a movement that I actually got from John Meadows. Just kind of a different variation of a pullover. As you can see here, if you kind of look at my grip, kind of an outer grip there, it kind of feels different than actually doing like a dumbbell pullover. So if you guys have access to kettlebells in your gym, just for like a different variation, see if you get a better stretch and contraction in your lats doing this exercise. So back is over now. We're moving on to delts, starting with some lateral raises here. I kind of went 3 sets of like 15 reps. I usually like higher reps for lateral raises. And I can usually go pretty heavy on these. I think I did up to like 50 pounds. If I was going a little bit lower reps, I can definitely go higher. Shoulders are definitely one of my stronger body parts. Whereas a lot of guys, if you're going to sacrifice form, don't go heavy, you guys. Focus on just isolating those delts with kind of a lighter weight. And then one of my other bread and butter exercises that I love, I like doing these on a Smith machine, but the Smith machine was taken, so we did a barbell behind the neck shoulder press. Again, for shoulder safety and shoulder health, just right to about 90 degrees and then back up. But this is another one of my favorite staple movements for delts. Honestly, guys, I even prefer these more so than like a dumbbell shoulder press. And you're actually going to hit some lateral head of the delts doing these as well, which I think is one of the most kind of underrated things with guys. I think a lot of guys focus way too much on like shoulder pressing and trying to shoulder press a shit ton of weight, more so than doing a lot more volume and variations of medial delt type movements. And then moving on, our last shoulder exercise. This is a great one that I think I saw from like Jeff Nippert. I think Christian Guzman even put this in one of his videos. Kind of sitting down and doing a rope face pull kind of gives you a little bit better leverage there to be able to use more weight, kind of overload the rear delts more, as opposed to like standing. Just put you in a better position to be able to handle more weight there and kind of overload the rear delts. So we kind of finished with this. And then the last movement we did, this is something that's kind of new to me as well, that I can't believe who I saw this from, but it's going to be a wide grip for traps, a wide grip Smith machine shrug, but going underhand. As you see here, I got an underhand grip and just a nice squeeze at the top. Not doing a ton of weight, you guys, just more like controlled, so I can sit there and squeeze each rep. So this is kind of one thing that I'm kind of implementing. I still like doing like dumbbell shrugs as well, but on the Smith machine, I'm really liking this wide grip. I just feel like I almost get like a different stretch in the traps. So kind of give this a try if you want to try something new for those traps. But that will kind of finish this workout, guys. I'm going to spend the rest of this video just kind of showing you guys the rest of my meals for the night, as well as going over my new macros. Guys, I am back home from the gym. I had an awesome workout with my good buddy Micah, back and delts, as you guys just saw. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to have for my post-workout meal. And one thing I want to emphasize is, it's kind of funny now, you guys, now that my appetite has really kind of leveled off, I kind of feel like my food choices has kind of changed a little bit to where I'm kind of now leaning more towards like higher calorie dense type carbohydrates. So like, for example, like in this, I'll show you guys what I'm gonna have here post-workout. I'm gonna do some bananas, which are like really like more like carb dense. And then also like I'm gonna do this pumpkin spice bagel. Don't call me basic. And then 2 scoops of whey. So again, like bagels, I mean, in this, there's a good 43 grams of carbs. And then you'd be surprised, you guys, weighing out most bananas like this size are about 150 grams, around just kind of estimating. That's 34 grams of carbs from banana. So again, so different from when I wanted all that high volume type foods. Now that my appetite is kind of leveled off, I'm just kind of shooting for things that are kind of easier to just get in, you know what I mean? So it's such a night and day difference from contest prep here. So I kind of wanted to add that. Show you guys here, check this out. So this banana, 168 grams. So 100 grams of banana is about 23 carbs. So with this being like 167 grams, you're probably looking at close to like 40 grams of carbohydrates just from bananas. So bananas are a great, easy way to get a lot of carbs. Next meal here, I think I did this in my last video, you guys, but again, I got 2 servings of pasta. Under here, I got 9 ounces of chicken, and I'm gonna do 1 serving of pasta sauce and 1 serving of Parmesan cheese. Again, a carbohydrate that means more calorie dense, that's easier to get in here. So pasta bowls, try them. Chicken, ground beefs, ground turkeys, all go great with this recipe. We have made it to the last meal of the night at 12:14 in the morning. Shout out to all my fellow night owls out there. But here is what I'm finishing up my macros with. 2 scoops of Cocoa Puffs. Gonna add a serving of unsweetened almond milk in here. And then here is, check this bowl out, you guys. So we're not doing the rice cake bowl anymore. Just kind of doing like some yogurt bowls. In here, I have 1 serving of vanilla light Greek yogurt, and I have a whole entire cinnamon roll Carb Master yogurt. I have 1 whole serving of peanut butter. And then here's the thing, I took a Quest, I need to zoom out of this thing, a Quest cereal bar, microwaved it for about 15 seconds to kind of soften it up, and then broke it up into pieces and have it mixed in here with the yogurt and the peanut butter. So it's kind of a nice granola kind of waffle flavor that goes really well with these flavors. So yeah, that's gonna be how I'm gonna finish up my macros for the night. One change I have made since the last video is I did bump up my protein. I'm now at 290 grams. And again, in my last video, I explained why I'm doing the higher protein. So if you guys haven't seen that, check the last video. Again, I'm gonna be slowly working my way up to about 325 grams of protein a day. Pretty crazy, right guys? But yeah, so tonight I hit 290, I think it was like 291 protein. I hit like 431 carbs and 75 grams of fat. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I wish I would have filmed more in California, guys, but I just was just like soaking up every moment. But again, I want to do a separate video where I'll do like a collage of like a bunch of the photos that I took, and maybe I'll do like a voiceover over it and just kind of tell you guys my whole experience, because it really, really was a surreal, epic experience where like I literally had things like, it was on my bucket list to train at the Mecca Gold's Gym, you know what I mean? And to be able to do that, oh man, you guys, if you're in a bodybuilding history and all that stuff like I am, it was just an amazing experience. Anyways, guys, I will catch you in the next video.